This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
At BetMGM, we know how to put on a show. So we don't just do offers, we do golden offers like this.
MGM Millions, our supersized jackpot where right now you could win over £21 million.
Get ready for the golden era in online casino. BetMGM, it's showtime.
Minimum 10p game stake. Terms and conditions apply. 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
Bradford, it's Green. He's got to make this count. It's Green. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double one.
Right, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Bradford City vs Salford Preview Live. We are currently on X, YouTube, Facebook, and other social sites. This will be going out as a podcast later on in the day. So in today's podcast, where we were talking about the post-match Grimsby game, the pre-match Salford game, the score predictions, the weather forecast, and also everybody's favourite feature, what caused absolute uproar last week because I forgot to mention it, what's on your plate. So today, I am joined by, hopefully they can hear me, Bubbles, DJ Lee, and Robbie.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
And Lee should be here as well. Oh, he's having technical issues. Great start to Friday afternoon. Right, so let's get rid of the horrible part, the Grimsby game. What was your thoughts on the Grimsby game, Miss Bubbles?
I watched it on TV. Me and Dan did his own commentary because it didn't work. The penalties just seemed to drag on and on and on at the end.
And Robert?
You thought I played well, personally. Obviously, we didn't get the win. Come down to look at end of the game with the penalties. I think we moved forward, roll on Saturday, and I think, obviously, with Salford, they are a bogey team for us. Normally, we would draw against them or win with an extra 1-0 goal or something like that. But yeah, on to positive Saturday, I guess.
And who do you think played well against Grimsby? Any players stand out for you?
Patterson for me, trekking back.
Okay, and Miss Diane?
Now, I can't even flipping work my phone today. Hello. I watched it on telly and it kept freezing on me. But it were an alright game. My dad even watched it. And my dad says, "Where's your captain always taking stuff?" Do you know, like penalties, free kicks, corners? And that's my dad. So, play were alright.
Okay, and Lee, what about your thoughts on the game?
Our biggest shock of my life when I saw what he'd selected to play against Grimsby. Like I said in comments, that's my prediction gone. Just could see how it were going to go.
I thought we obviously played okay in the first half. We had quite a lot of shots. We just didn't finish that game. And I'm going to save the second part for chat about, vent about, and shout about. So, moving on now to the Bradford City vs Salford preview. So the game tomorrow is at 3 p.m. UK time. This game is not live on Sky Plus. It's available though on, I think, Bantams TV for international audiences. So live from the University of Bradford City Stadium. The referee is Jeff Atrium, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And in 2024-25 season, he's only had one appearance so far in the EFL Cup. He's dished out 2 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, and no penalties. But then if we just take a little bit of a dive into the 23-24 season. In the 23-24 season championship, he had 18 appearances, 67 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 2 reds, 3 penalties. 3 penalties. In League 1, he's had 4 appearances, 15 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, no reds, no penalties. In League 2, he's had 2 appearances, 10 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 1 second yellow, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. And in the EFL Cup, he had 1 appearance, 7 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. Altogether, in the 2023-2024 season, he had 26 appearances, 100 yellow cards, 2 second yellows, 2 reds, and 4 penalties. So, just quickly jotting over now to FootMod. About the match, Bradford City is playing a home game against Salford at University Stadium, 3 o'clock kickoff. Basically, the lineup's not predictable. Typical. So, a bit of insight. Bradford are ranked 5 goals scored per match, 2 goals. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 7 matches. Unbeaten in 4 home games. Salford are ranked 16 in goals conceded per match, 2 goals. Haven't scored in their last 3 matches. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. And then now heading over to the Telegraph and Argos, the Simon Parker article. The possible Bradford City lineup, and I do apologise if I actually butcher these names correctly. I am typically like the Merson of Sky Sports. I cannot say names for Jack. So we've got Walker, Baldwin, Byrne, Kelly, Halliday, Smallwood, Wright, Savak, Patterson, Cav, Andy Cook, with subs with young Sarson, who hopefully is going to debut, Jamie Walker, Adar, Poynton, Shepherd, Doyle. The leading scorer for Bradford City in the 2023-2024 season was Andy Cook with 19. League position in 2023-24 9th. The last 4 games, we've drawn against Grimby in the Cup, but then lost. MK Dons 1-2-1, Newport 4-1, Barrow 2-1. Team news: Vadim is ruled out after suffering concussion in the Carabao Cup in midweek. Graham Alexander is likely to revert to the team that started against MK Dons. Now, onto the Salford team is Jones, Olpart, Tilt, Neg, Gabbert, Humble, Foha, Taylor, McCanny, Enmai, and Carl Stockton, with substitutes of Limber, Woodburn, Lund, Chester, I think that's Dackers, Ashley, and M. Young. The leading top goal scorer for 2023-24 was Matt Smith, 25 league position, 2023 last 4 matches, Doncaster the lost, Port Vale the lost, Harrogate the drew, Newport the won. Team news: Cal Robinson could hand a debut to on loan down midfielder Tarun Foha. The referee, Jeff Atrium, Country Durham, last took charge of City in their dreadful 2-0 loss in Swindon in January. And for people who bet, match odds: Bradford 3-4, Salford 17-5, the draw 14-5. Last time these sides met, Brad Halliday netted a late winner as City came from behind to win 2-1 at Salford in April. Well, I'd take a quick breather. Starting with Georgia or Bubbles and then working our way across. Just what's your score predictions and not score predictions, your lineup do you think should be for the Salford game?
I think it's going to probably go the same one that won at MK Dons. But preferably I want part of one. So yeah.
And Diane?
Thanks for eating ice cream here. Thanks. I don't know. He'll be changing it up again, I think. He might not start with the team that played against Grimsby. But as long as Sam's in goal, I'll be happy. But I think he might start with the team that started at MK Dons. He might put it up again, apart from Oliver not being on the bench, because obviously he's got his concussion protocol that we have to do, so he can't play for 7 days. So I don't know, he's probably going to try different formulations and formations until we can get it right.
And Lee?
Well, I'm hoping he's going to start Cook for a change. I just, you can't say, can you, with Alexander with any certainty what he's going to pick. Hopefully he's going to pick his best side, and he should have sorted that out by now. We've had all those pre-season games. Underwhelming as they were, he must have some idea now. I'm going to go, well, did you say score predictions now?
No, we'll do that next.
Alright, I'll leave it till then.
Yeah. And Robbie?
Probably same lineup as MK Doms. Obviously, strong first half, second half, obviously not so good. I think Tariq Wright, left wing back's an issue at the moment, so I think maybe replace him for Richardson, see what Richardson does. I think he played well against Grimsby, but yeah, I'll probably go same team as obviously we versed MK.
Okay, and I hope we do start the same team, but my gripe is with Mr. Smallwood after the penalty miss he did. He needs to come off the corners and free kicks. Get, I think, Sav to take the free kicks and hopefully improve that way. But I would stick with the same team, but probably bench Smallwood and put somebody else there. Right. Score predictions for tomorrow. Bubbles?
2-1 to us, by the way.
Are we getting any goal scorers off you, or are you not risking it for a biscuit?
I don't know, because I'm on my way home at the minute.
Alright. Diane?
2-0.
Any goal scorers off you?
I'm going to say, I know I can't say Sam. I'm going to say Cookie and Bobby Poynton.
Okay. DJ Lee?
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to be nice and positive. I'm going to say Cook's going to get both of them, because I don't think he's been right happy with himself after the last 2 games. So, come on, City.
And last but not least, Robbie.
Same as Lee, I'm going to go with 2-0. I'm going to think Cal Cav, I think he'll show up at home, and Kieran Kelly from a corner.
Okay. So after seeing Salford, did Salford get battered last week? Anyone know what the Salford score was last week?
I'll go on my Sky Sports app.
In my mind, I'm thinking it was like 3-0 or something they lost, but I bet it won't, were it? What did they lose by? Saturday. League 2.
They lost 2-0 to Port Vale.
Yeah, so they lost 2-0 against Port Vale Saturday, and then Tuesday. Did they play Tuesday? Or did they play...
Yeah, so they lost against Doncaster in the Cup 2-0, and then in the league game they lost 2-0 against Port Vale.
Alright, so I think Bradford are going to probably... I'm going to say 3-0. And I'm going to go Andy Cook, Poynton, and...
Richie Smallwood.
Yeah, Richie Smallwood free kick. He's going to redeem himself. Right. So tomorrow's weather forecast, the sunrise at 5:50 a.m. It's going to be nice and sunny. I did say this the other day, then it absolutely peed it down, so that's the Met Office's fault. So it's going to be about 18 degrees or so tomorrow, sun's out, so shorts weather and stuff like that. And then when does the sunset, they tell me? Don't tell me when it sunsets typically. So, then, moving on now to the latest Bradford Sea news. And just having a butcher's... I'll start off with what's people's thoughts on Gilead possibly might be going just start off with Bubbles and work our way across.
Obviously, people are going to want him because he's a good player, but I don't want him to go.
Okay. How else, Bubbles?
No, Cornelium.
Yeah, right. Right, so we've had Steve on Facebook. I hope Captain Deadwood doesn't play. I think he was awful against Grimsby. And then he's put 2-0 City, Cav and Cook. Moving on to Miss Diane. What about yourself? What's your thoughts on Gilead?
I don't think he'll go. Just because he's been left out of the squad twice. He was there at MK Dons, but as Alexander said, that everybody is going to get a chance. Even though Gilead, we have heard that Gilead did refuse a move somewhere. But we've got 2 weeks till the transfer deadline day. Let's just see what happens. It could be that they might not want to play Gilead in case he gets injured and then somebody does come in for him or not. But I hope he doesn't move because he's a better captain than Smallwood, definitely.
Yeah. And DJ Lee.
I hope he don't go anywhere. I think he's one of the best players we've got. He's got the best engine. He gets about everywhere. If you want a utility player, look no further because he's about as good as it ever gets. He can play left back, right across, into midfield, wing. Where do you want me, boss? That's his motto, isn't it?
Okay. And Robbie?
I'd keep him personally. I think we just need to stop with the distractions, especially with Jake Young as well at the moment in time.
Okay. So just having another look at the TNA. It's come out Bantam's boss Graham Alexander on Kevin McDonald's situation. Kevin McDonald intends to keep playing even though the door looks shut at Valley Parade. The experienced Scott has not been involved at City since returning to pre-season. Graham Alexander has told the midfielder at the end of last campaign that he was not in his future plans. McDonald has a long-term ambition to move into coaching after his spell at caretaker boss of Alexander's appointment. But the 35-year-old still has a season left of his contract at the club and has no intention of hanging up his boots yet, despite the lack of action. So what's people's thoughts on Graham Alexander? And typically we start off with Bubbles again. I know she's really busy. She's like a diva at the minute. What's your thoughts on that, Bubbles?
I heard none of that because I was busy talking to other people in taxi.
She's divas. She's got that diva attitude. So, what's your thoughts on Kevin McDonald? Do you think he's going to go, stay? What would you like him to keep or go? What?
I'm not bothered as long as, because obviously he still wants to play football, but he's not been mentioned in any plans, has he? So let him go.
Okay, Miss Diane.
This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first, call your parents to say I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee with your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 an order. Additional terms apply.
I've got my mouth full again. I mean, I'd put him on the playing staff. Do you like coaching? But don't let him go anywhere else. I'd have him as a coach to help the younguns through like Dawley's helping the goalkeeping coach, and have McDonald helping the younguns when they get into the first team.
Okay, and DJ Lee.
I think keep him. He's a good emergency backup, isn't he? And well, he's got more football in him than Smallwood ever will have. So, you never know. Things can change very quickly in football. I think we've all seen that.
Okay, and Robbie?
I think me and Lee probably think alike, to be honest. I'd keep him, especially obviously if we do get an injury in midfield, we do need a replacement straight away. Graham said in the interview the other day, Kevin McDonald is not giving up. He's in training every day. he wants to play, he doesn't want retirement just yet, and I rate that, to be honest. So yeah, I'd keep him in.
Okay, and the next thing what the club have announced, Bradford announced community partnership for the Bradford End. So this one's for you, Lee. So the Bradford End at Valley Parade will be known as the TL Dallas Community Stand this season. The partnership between the sponsors and City Community Foundation will see the stand behind the goal house for schools, local community groups and junior club who capitalise on the foundation community ticket scheme. The ticket scheme allows organisations to watch games for discount for young fans and also low income backgrounds and typically non-supporting communities. So what's people's thoughts on that? And we'll start off with Bubbles and work our way across.
I think it's a good idea, but they'll end up changing their mind halfway through, I've got a feeling, because it's never open anyway.
Diane?
It's a good idea because the young kids that parents can't afford to take them to the football, if they go with a group, they'll be able to sit behind the goal, and it'll be nice to see that open tomorrow. And it'll be nice for young kids that want to get into football but parents can't afford to take them. So it'd be nice to see, so they get into watching Bradford City, not supporting these so-called big league clubs when you live in Bradford.
DJ Lee?
I've got to be honest, I'm biased. As a kid, paying 50p to get in and actually waiting outside till just after half time so you could get in for no sometimes. Who remembers them days? I was brought up on Bradford End, and it hasn't done me any harm. You know, I just think it was a great place to watch football from. I know it's different now, it's a different stand and everything, but can still have that same feeling, can't it? It's just community. They've got a home, haven't they, in there?
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
And what about yourself, Robbie?
Yeah, I'm all for it as well. I prefer away fans in that stand, though, personally. Each to his own, but yeah, I do rate it, though.
So my thoughts on this, what would happen, for example, if, so we say, a big team comes down? A big team comes down and wants to take that stand over, where would they go then? Would they have to go somewhere else, or is it just going to be permanently closed? Okay, right. Does anybody want chat about, shout about, vent about anything?
I want to vent about that price of that bloody top. 50 quid for that training top, that warm-up top. If it were 25, I'd buy it. I was going to buy that, but I'm not now. If you know what I mean, 50 quid for that top. They should have at least put it down to 25, and then people might buy it. People will buy it, but I'd rather buy the home shirt for 55 quid. At least I know that's fine, but 50 quid for that warm-up top, it's ridiculous for an adult side. And 40 for a kids. It's just making money.
And Miss Bubbles?
I have to say, Ador's corners on Tuesday were brilliant, if anybody else noticed.
Okay, anything else, Bubbles?
No, not really.
Okay, DJ Lee, do you want to chat about, vent about, shout about anything?
Not really, but on that shirt thing, I think it's just, they're trying to make a bit of extra profit out of it, aren't they? And we haven't seen that often down at Valley Parade for a while. A bit of profiteering. All for it, if it's going to make sure some players that we think should stay or come in can be funded. I don't know what the sort of makeup is at the minute. They used to get a bit of money back from turnstiles and a bit of money from merchandise to help pay players' wages and staff wages.
And before we go to Robbie, we've had Steve on Facebook again. Gilead, I hope he stays. He gives us the extra pace and puts us shifting. Right, Mr. Robbie, have you got anything you want to chat about, vent about?
Yeah, I'll probably go the same as that shirt sale. Obviously, 55 quid, it is a hell of a lot of money. I'd rather pay for an home shirt, to be honest, or an away shirt for the exact same price. I think reasonable price for that shirt is probably about 25 quid, 30 quid maybe. And then 15 for juniors. I think they obviously sell a lot more. But yeah, we've only seen it once and people want to spend 55 quid on it already. It's absolutely crazy.
Does anybody else anything they want to chat about, vent about anything?
Just one last thing on that. People will pay just for the sake of having something that's unique. Might never see out like that ever again. And that might have a knock-on, and people will buy an home shirt instead, or a second or third shirt instead of buying that. But it's an option, isn't it?
Yep. Anyone else got anything they want to chat about? Okay, take the silence as a nil. Right, my little vent, shout about, and just basically general angry sesh. Mr. Richard Smallwood. I think for the first game of the season he did okay, but we are still losing the ball in midfield. It's frustrating how that we lose the midfield constantly and either the team nearly score or score from it. He needs to come off corners and free kicks because he's like a vampire. He doesn't like crosses. And I could say it until I'm blue in the face, but Richie Smallwood, you need to come off free kicks and corners, mate. Also, the penalty miss against Grimsby. I think he tried to do same as what he did at Grimsby last season, where he smash it down middle and hope it goes in, but he was very unlucky. I don't know if the keeper got the touch to it or it just bounced off the crossbar and flew up and then went back out, but it would have been a different story if that went in. I think we possibly would have won that game. And that's it, really. Right.
You've just said exactly what my dad said about Smallwood. That he does need to come off everything. And that goal and that penalty miss, wouldn't have looked out of place at Odsall.
Right. There's uproar about this last week, because I forgot to mention it. So, what's on your plate, Miss Diane? What have you had for your tea?
I have had don't laugh because I'm trying to have, it's Friday, so it's sort of like my fridge goes down. I've had my Louisiana burger from the butcher's, courtesy of Dad, 2 hash browns, some cheese in a pita with coleslaw, and then I've just eaten a mint chocolate chip ice cream, and it was gorgeous.
Nice. DJ Lee?
Mint chocolate chip, that's my very favourite. And where do you buy it from nowadays? I was looking on a shop today and I couldn't find it nowhere. So we ended up with Neapolitan.
No, it was only a Cornetto.
Oh, well, I don't care, it's just nice.
Yeah. It's Asda's mint chocolate chip Cornetto cone.
Oh, I'll have to tell wife next time she's up there.
A pound a box.
Yeah. Awesome. But we got Neapolitan now, so. But for my tea today, I've had chicken balls, noodles, and curry sauce. It was very nice. And I'm about to have some of said Neapolitan ice cream and a bit of walnut cake and a cup of tea.
Nice. And last but not least, Robbie.
Cheeky Chinese is waiting for me when I get home. So yeah, Chinese tonight.
Happy days. And I've had absolutely nothing to eat as yet. Don't know what I'm going to have. Right, I'm going to say that one. So I want to say thank you for everybody coming along today. Thanks Diane, Lee, Robbie and Bubbles who's come along today. It's been a bit of a short podcast. So if you like what you're hearing, get you sent over to Spotify and wherever you get your podcast services from. Search for Bradford City Chickens on the Loose, you'll find us. Also, we've got a small Facebook page, Up the Chickens on Facebook, where we do Golden Goal, and I need to do that and put that up soon. And also we're doing Super 6, what I think closes today, so you've still got time to do it. Also, if you can, give us a follow on X, Twitter, other social sites. Just search for Chickens on the Loose. And just thanks everybody again for coming. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Enjoy your night. And come on, City, tomorrow. Let's get a win. 3-0 City. Andy Cook hat-trick. Let's knock the Lions off the perch, or whatever they're called. Have a good night. Thank you.
will look to pick it up and he'll go on here. There's two up here, Bradford. It's Beagrey. He's got to make this count. It's Beagrey. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double one.
Are you ready for Hulu Animayhem? Well, get ready, because Hulu Animayhem is your animation destination to watch full seasons and new episodes of your favorite shows, like Family Guy, Futurama, Solar Opposites, Hit Monkey, Bob's Burgers, and many, many, many more. So get ready to be bowled over, have your socks knocked off, and get thrown for a loop, all in one convenient streaming location. Hulu Animayhem, your animation destination. Now streaming on Hulu.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.